Man, I've been meaning to make this video for the longest time because holy shit, trying to make a video on the power of order is the weirdest thing ever, but it should be relatively simple to get this out of the way. But knowing me, I never make anything simple. But anyway, the power of order. As the name implies, the power of order is an ability that allows one's willpower to grant them the strength to fight against the threats in this world. Now, the larger the threat, the stronger the power becomes in order to fight that threat. So, you know, it's weird, but I'll get into it. Anyway, the ability itself is derived from the concept of order. Order is a power that balances the world and keeps it in check. The actual power of order is neither good nor is it evil and can be used for things that are not considered righteous and just. And as I said before, it just boils down to having absolute will. Now, those with the power of order can brush off effects of phenomenon intervention and, as a side note, I guess, are unaffected by the immortal breaker ability of the Easioi, which places death in the minds of those who are struck by it. So usually, this is a side note, the Easioi essentially just strikes the user and places death in their mind. It's mostly used to kill immortal beings because they can't be killed through conventional methods. And yeah, it's weird because like you get struck by the Easioi and it places death in your mind in order to, you know, say, hey, you die now. Goodbye, immortal person, you die. And Jin was able to just completely negate that, but I'm gonna get into that in a minute. Anyway, there are characters who can directly interfere with order in this world, such as Ragna, because, I mean, he, from the moment he was born, he was decided, hey, you know what? You're going against order, Ragna, and obviously Terry, because he's causing shit around the world. But anyway, order within people can manifest the power of order into different ways for different purposes, even from birth. For example, Jin Kisaragi, from the moment Jin was born, he had the power of order as he was born to oppose his brother Ragna. And as Ragna got stronger, Jin would follow suit. So, you know, it's a little wonky, but yeah, as Ragna got stronger as a threat in this world, Jin had to get stronger in response to that threat, so on and so forth. Jin is like the character has used the power of order the most in the series, which is like only a few times. For example, he used it to overcome the influence that his Yuki Onsa had over him in BlazBlue Continuum Shift. He used it to negate the effects of the Ezio's Immortal Breaker being used on him in Chronophantasma, which it's still weird because, like, I mean, Jin was killed by the Easioi before, but like not straight up the actual Immortal Breaker ability of the Easioi, but by straight up just the Easioi. But it's confusing because it's essentially a one-hit kill for immortal beings, and whatever. Anyway, he also used it to save Platinum the Train from being wiped from existence in Central Fiction. So Jin's the character that has used it most in the series. And moving on from Jin, we have Hakumen, and since Hakumen is Jin, he also has access to the power of order. But it sees that Hakumen directly opposes the Black Beast, or any threats Black Beast related. And it's funny to me because Ragna is still... This whole thing still ties back to Ragna because Ragna has is destined to become the Black Beast, or was. So it still ties back to Ragna anyway, it doesn't matter what happens, so... Celica A. Mercury is actually like a complete manifestation of the power of order itself. Like she herself is just the manifestation of the power of order in humanoid form, as she was born for the sole purpose of completely resisting and nullifying Seether in the world. And it's weird because her sister 9, aka Konoe A. Mercury, she can absorb Seether with her covered up eye. So it is possible that she may in fact also be a product of order, though it isn't really said if 9 really is has her power derived from order. It's just a theory I had, and it's only XBLAZE related anyway because you don't really see her absorb Seether in the main series, so, you know, take that as you will. Objects can also be manifested through the power of order, as Celica can manifest these little crystals that can eliminate Seether in the air. You ever notice why Celica's theme is called Crystal Force? That is exactly why her theme is called Crystal Force, because her power of order can manifest as crystals. Well, not hers exactly, but she can manifest crystals through her power of order. And she first used this ability in the Phase Shift series, and even has crystals underneath the church during her time as a sister there that served the same purpose of suppressing Seether. So another character that can use the power of order is Tsubaki. Apparently, she had managed to develop her power of order through Jin's own weakness, which led hers to awaken. It's kind of wonky how it is, but I guess as Jin died himself and got beaten by Ragna, I guess at the end of Chronophantasma, it developed Tsubaki's power of order, and yeah, you don't really see her use hers. So like again, these abilities of power of orders, they develop for different purposes for different people. So I guess how I can see it as Jin, lost himself for a moment, right? And Tsubaki, seeing him like this, develop her own order as she really in general wanted to inherit Jin's responsibility for trying to track down Ragna and limiting all threats against Jin and whatnot. So it makes sense to why she inherited her abilities through Jin's own apparent weakness. So again, take that as you will. Makoto is yet another character with the power of order, and she awakened hers through sheer willpower and determination to protect her friends. As the power of order is gained through absolute will, it makes sense to why Makoto has hers. I mean, Makoto already had a strong soul and willpower to begin with. She was able to survive a trip through the boundary and back with no ill side effects, and was even recognized by Relius due to her impressively strong soul. I mean, the power of order was essentially just made for, just meant to be awakened by Makoto. So, of course, and speaking of Relius, actually, he's not a fan of order. Honestly, Relius is not a fan of this whole order balancing kind of crap. Hell, he was going to the whole trouble of trying to be the architect of a brand new world that is free of order because he's sick of all the shit Amaterasu's doing and, etc., etc. And that's really much of the power of order. There's honestly nothing much to be talked about. It's as simple as that. Power. Balancing the world. Broken shit like ignoring death. Or at least a concept of death. I might make a video about the Immortal Breaker someday, because I swear to God, I need to get this out of the way. Despite the ability being relatively simple, it is something I need to talk about, because I'm never going to get over it if I don't talk about it. So, yeah, that's the power of order in a nutshell. Peace, everyone. I am out.